The reality of consulting world is very different from what you find on social media, because the people who talk about management consulting on social media did not spend more than 2 to 3 years in the consulting world. In this video, I want to talk about what are some of the benefits that you can realize if you spend more than 4 to 5 years in the consulting world. Well, I'm not saying that there are no negatives. On one of my latest videos, I talked specifically about what are the negatives and why I quit McKinsey personally. Please go ahead, check out that video to get the full picture. But in this video, I'm going to talk about what are some of the benefits that you realize if you decide to stay back in consulting for more than 4 to 5 years. And the first point that I want to talk about is your ability to build deep relationships with your colleagues. Naturally, in the consulting world, you keep changing projects once every 8 to 10 weeks. After 2-3 years, you know that, hey, I'm about to finish my project and I want to work with some of the people that have worked previously. They are real good people. So you call them, you email them and you say that I'm about to be released. Do you have an opportunity so that I can work with you once again? And this is how you start building those repeated relationships again and again and again. And how does this help a consultant? When your manager is working with you for a very long time, they can give you a strong rating. They know your positives and also your negatives. But if you keep on shifting projects and you keep on shifting teams, the manager themselves do not know much about you. So they cannot strongly recommend you in the performance cycles, in the appraisal systems. Well, in the changing world of consulting, where every time you are working with a new client in a new industry potentially, at least there is some comfort of working with the same set of people, and that actually carries a lot of weight. Before going into the second benefit, I am very excited to announce that I have recently launched a new case interview platform for management consulting enthusiasts called as casecorner.ai. On this platform, we are going to pair you with another case partner who is also interested in solving cases. On any other platform so far, you cannot compare your answers with another individual, but here you can. And also there is an ideal solution through which you can compare both your responses together. Over time, your performance will be tracked, and on your dashboard, we will tell you what are some of the weaknesses and what are some of the strengths that you have with respect to case solving. There are also master classes that you can attend so that you understand your overall career enhancements possibilities. Finally, there is a leaderboard, and on that leaderboard, if you top the ranks within the platform, we will give you direct referrals with our partner companies. What are you waiting for? Please go ahead. There is a link in the description box where you can sign up on the platform. The second benefit that you would get by working in the consulting world for a very long time is that you can actually change the rules. In my personal case, I was sponsored by McKinsey for my MBA. Well, I joined as an analytics consultant, and typically analytics consultants are not sponsored for their MBA education. But after spending 3 years at the firm, I knew a lot of senior directors and they were ready to sponsor my education when I went ahead and asked them if there is any possibility. These rules are designed by people and they do break the rules if they find good candidates. The second thing was, I was able to work in different geographies around the world. I started off with McKinsey US, but I worked in McKinsey Singapore, then in Indonesia, then in London and a few other European cities as well. The reason, in the first 2 years, if you ask for a geography switch, nobody is going to give you that. But after 3 to 4 years, when you know people, they are always willing to bet on you. The third thing that I personally gained is with respect to taking time off and pursuing your other passions. I used to take 3 months off every single year, and that was called as take time. And during that 3 months, I used to go ahead and I used to teach in different schools around the world. It was an unpaid leave, but still I could do what I wanted to do in that period. All these kind of rules, whatever you want, you can break them if you spend a long time in the consulting world. The third and the most important benefit is with respect to your ability to go back into the consulting firm without an interview. Why is that? Because these interviews are also taken by individuals. They would be happy to hire their former colleagues without any interviews. You don't have to go back and drill and prepare for these case interviews. I have seen personally, when I spent 8 years at McKinsey, a lot of people used to come back into the company. The fourth thing that happens if you continue to stay back is, again, your ability to build that expertise in one single domain or industry or function. Because you are working with the same set of people again and again, you also invariably work in the same industry or function or domain. And what happens because of that? You, without knowing, you will become an expert in that industry. And slowly, the clients will start recognizing you as an expert. So when you want to leave the firm at any point in time, you can actually go ahead and join the client itself directly without any interview. Of course, these clients have worked with you day in and day out for a few weeks or few months, so they would be happy to hire you without an interview. You don't need to prepare your resume. That's the best part. I have seen a lot of my colleagues, again, leaving McKinsey to join the client organizations. These are some of the benefits. I'm not saying that there are no negatives. There are negatives, but there are also worthy positives if you plan to stay in the consulting world beyond 4 to 5 years. Thank you so much, guys. Please do let me know if you have any questions with respect to consulting. Would be happy to answer them. See you again in the next one. Bye-bye.